Welcome back to my channel. My name's Joanne, and today is the first Uno TBR of 2021. So, I took a break from Uno in December. Still didn't read much because I ended up being super busy, but that's okay. So I changed some of the rules. So the different genres are still the same, so each color represents the same genre. And I can only, this is for the contemporary romance or mystery thriller horror, and so I will be picking 3 cards this year instead of 4, I think it was. But for the contemporary romance and mystery thriller or horror, I will only be able to pick 1. And then each number still represents a different prompt. I just changed some of the prompts. Some of them are the same. It's more like, so I have like more choice, because the prompts before, there were a lot of like random stuff and I had no choice in it. So skip is still, I get to skip the turn, so I get 1 less book on the TBR. So my reverse this time is to pick a card and do the opposite of that card. So for example, if I get a highly anticipated as a prompt, then I would read a book that's not so highly anticipated. That kind of a thing. So the 1 swap hands card is still the same. Read a book on someone else's TBR, and I think for that, just to be fair to myself, because there's only 1 card, so like the chances of me getting it over and over again is highly unlikely. So I will allow myself to fit book club books in there. In case you don't know, and I am a part of Fantasy Reads, hosted by Mandolin Reads. So, very exciting. So my draw 4s are adding 2 books, so I would pick 3 total, and it's from my entire TBR, but I don't have that list with me, so it's gonna have to be from my TBR here. And then I have to randomly pick all of them, and there's no specific genre. And then draw 2, I add 1 book, so I pick 2 total books. And then I'm going to randomly pick a prompt for both of them. And for the draw 4s and draw 2s, there's no specific genre to them, because even with the draw 2s being like a color, I'm just gonna do it where I can pick anything. And then I have 3 blank cards. So before I had 2 that I wasn't as interested in, but I still wanted to read, and then 1 that I was interested in. This time I just switched that. So 2 that I'm interested in and 1 that I'm not as interested in. So my other rules is that if it's a random pick, I can choose from a stack, except for the draw 4, because it has to be for my entire TBR. But if it's like a random pick, then I can pick from a stack instead of having all the books. And then like I said before, I'm going to draw 3 cards instead of 4. And the reason for that is because I'm going to incorporate a punishment this year if I don't read any of the books. So no matter how many books I don't read, I will be picking 1 extra card. Sorry, I'm in a different location, but I'm back home. And I'm also wearing a different shirt because I'm a mess. But I forgot to mention that for my punishments, if I start the last book on my TBR, then I don't have a punishment the next month. But if I don't finish it the next month, then I have to unhaul it. That makes sense. Because if I already started it and I don't finish it, then clearly I don't care about it. That's just my thoughts, and I think that's fair. So, back to the original video. Okay, so those are the rules. Now I'm going to shuffle these cards, and hopefully they're nice to me. That would be nice to start off the year. Great. Oh, and in case you haven't seen an Uno before, the yellow color is like my other category. It's like my catch-all category, and it's where I include the genres that aren't listed. So it's like sci-fi, historical fiction, classics, graphic novels, manga, any of those. And then green is fantasy. So I am a huge fantasy reader. I also love romance. But so I'm allowing myself, maybe I'll allow myself 2 of each color. Yeah. So I have at least something else, something different, you know? Because it's only 3 picks. So we'll see how this goes. And just to show that I am not cheating in any way, because I don't want to. Okay. Let's pick the first one. I'm so scared. What if I get a draw for? I got the one that I'm not interested in. It's Lifelike by J. Kristoff. Okay, let me write that down. If I can find here. Okay. That's great. Oh, I forgot to mention, for January's TBR, I'm going to have my friends pick my books. Except for this one, of course. Of course this would come up now. It's fine. It's fine. What is this one? A green 3. That means this is a fantasy. Where? By an author different from you. I really hope she chooses that book, because that would be nice. Let's pick the next card. Oh, a skip. I'm gonna pick another one. I know, because normally I would just play that one, but like, because I want my friends to pick books. A red 5. Ooh. A highly anticipated contemporary or romance. Okay. So there is my cards. I will pick some books for my friends to pick, and I will let you know what they pick. Well, besides this one, because it just had to happen. But once they respond, I will come back and let you know what they picked. So I'm in a different shirt because it's the next day, but I've gotten my responses. Well, I got them yesterday, but then just got a little busy. So I am going to let you know what they picked and what my January TBR is. So the first pick that I got was the blank card with Lifelike by J. Kristoff, and it's on my Kindle, and I'm kind of nervous because I'm not really into sci-fi. Like, I don't really like sci-fi, and we'll see how this one goes. Hopefully it will be a quick read. And I don't want to say that I'm gonna DNF it, but like, if I do, I'm gonna count DNFs towards these books because I just count DNFs because in my opinion, you've already put your time and effort in it, so it should count. The second prompt was a fantasy by an author different from you, and for that I asked one of my friends, and she picked The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin. She knows that I've been needing to read this, and so I sent her because I sent both my friends a list of books, and she could have gone the easy route and picked another book that I'm gonna share. Sorry, I just had to bring it over next to me. But then I told her just pick one that you want me to read. Because the first couple of weeks of January I'm off school, so I don't really have much to do, so I can read. So yes, I will be reading this for that prompt. The next card that I picked was a skip, and that should have been the last card that I picked, but because I'm asking my friends to pick books, I decided to just pick another one. So the fourth card that I picked was a contemporary or romance that's highly anticipated. And so again, I sent one of my friends a list of books that I was highly anticipating, and she picked My Dark Vanessa by Kate Elizabeth Russell. And so this is about this woman, and it tells her story from when she was in high school, I think it was, and she had this relationship with her teacher. And she thought it was a normal relationship, but then people start coming out about sexual harassment against him. He was sexually abusing them, and so it's trigger warning. So my friend just called me. So I know I was talking about this, but I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, I think I was talking about the trigger warning for sexual abuse. Yes, that's a huge trigger warning, and I've heard that this is very hard-hitting, and that's why I'm very excited. What does that say about me? I really don't know, but very excited to read this. And look how, this is such a pretty cover. Thank you to my friend that picked that, because I've been needing to read that. Okay, so those are the 3 books for my Uno that, again, if I don't read any of these, I will have to pick an extra Uno card next month, which I don't want to do because there's already 2 days less than there should be in February. Okay, so the next book I don't have with me. I have at home because I'm at my apartment, but I'm going home actually later today, so I will have that with me, and that is Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. So for 2021, each month, the book club that I'm in, Fantasy Reads, is doing a thing called Mass Along. And so we are reading one of her books every month. We're reading the first 4 books of Throne of Glass, not including the prequel. And then we are reading the ACOTAR trilogy, and then we are reading House of Earth and Blood, and then we will be reading A Court of Silver Flames, and then the second book in House of Earth and Blood. So for January, we will be reading Throne of Glass, but along with that, I want to read The Assassin's Blade before that. I don't know if I'm going to. I might just skip it and go straight into Throne of Glass, because my friends tell me that I don't need to read it to go into it, so I might just read Throne of Glass, because that's also 400 less pages that I would need to read. The next book is our pick for January, and that is Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. Can you tell how excited I am for this? Look at this. I got the Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. You already know this is going to be sitting on my shelves without the dust jacket, because this is gorgeous. Like, look at that skull. So basically, I know it's about this guy that brings this guy to life, and I don't know. It's like, there's like a mystery aspect to it. Like, they're trying to figure out who killed him, I think. But the author is trans, and they're Latinx. So, an author of color and a queer author. So, I'm so excited for this. I'm only excited because Melanie at Mel Reads loved this so much. So, very excited for that. And then my last book that I will be reading is Emma by Jane Austen. So for my reading goals for 2021, I don't know if this video is going to go up first or if that video is going to go up first, but I want to read 6 classics. 6, yeah. So that's a classic every 2 months, and I figured since February is a short month, I would just start in January. So I did a little poll on Twitter between this and Little Woman, and it was a tie. So I asked my other friend which one I should read, and he told me to read this. So this is what I'm going to read, and I got this at a used bookstore. It's so pretty. And it's like short. So, I mean, Little Woman is like just over 400, I think. This is less than 400 pages, so. Who's the real winner here? Me. So, I'm actually excited to read this. So, I have another different shirt on. It's fine. But I'm also in a different background because I am now home before school starts in a couple weeks, and I just wanted to pop in to add another book to my TBR, which makes it 7 books, but it's fine, I can do it. And that book is The Troop by Nick Cutter. My voice. But so this is a buddy read with one of my friends, and another one of our friends actually just finished it and she loved it, and we're both just very excited for it. So those are the books I will be reading in January. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you're reading in January, what you're excited to read, anything, what your reading plans are for 2021 in general. Just leave a comment about anything. I hope you enjoyed, and I would love for you to subscribe, like, or comment, and I will hopefully see you in the next one. Bye!